stop doing what you're doing right now if you want to truly connect with someone in a way that leaves a lasting impression. You've been going about it all wrong. And today I'm going to reveal the secret that could change everything for you. Whether you're trying to impress someone you just met or rekindle a spark in an existing relationship, this secret will give you the upper hand. Trust me, once you learn this, your social interactions will never be the same. All right, imagine this scenario. You're at a party surrounded by people, laughter, and conversation. You're talking to someone interesting and everything seems to be going well. But suddenly you start to feel a bit of a lull in the conversation. You begin to realize that despite the smiles and the polite nods, the connection just isn't as strong as you'd hope. It's like there's an invisible wall between you and the other person, keeping you from truly connecting on a deeper level. Sound familiar? Don't worry, we've all been there. And the good news is it's not your fault. Most of us were never taught how to really make an impression in social situations. But today, that's about to change. I'm going to let you in a little known secret that can transform the way you interact with others. It's called the unexpected element. This simple yet powerful tool can turn any ordinary conversation into something extraordinary, leaving the other person thinking about you long after the interaction is over. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What exactly is the unexpected element? How does it work? And more importantly, how can you use it to your advantage? Well, stick around because we're going to dive deep into this concept, break it down step by step, and show you how to use it to create connections that truly matter. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to become the person everyone remembers after the party, the meeting, or even that casual coffee chat. Let's start by understanding why the unexpected element is so effective. Our brains are naturally wired to seek out patterns. We like to predict what's going to happen next because it makes us feel safe and in control. This is why in many social interactions, conversations can quickly become predictable. We ask the same questions, tell the same stories, and follow the same routines. While there's nothing wrong with that, it doesn't leave much room for memorable connections. This is where the unexpected element comes in. By introducing something unexpected into the conversation, a surprising compliment, an intriguing question, or even a subtle shift in tone, you can disrupt the predictability and force the other person to take notice. It's like throwing a curveball that catches them off guard in the best possible way. When something unexpected happens, our brains release a rush of dopamine, the chemical responsible for feelings of pleasure and excitement. This makes the interaction not only more enjoyable, but also more memorable. Think about it, when was the last time you were genuinely surprised in a conversation? It probably stood out to you, right? That's because unexpected moments create a break in the normal flow, making us more engaged and more likely to remember the person we were talking to. This is why the unexpected element is such a powerful tool. It allows you to stand out in a world full of routine interactions. Let's bring this concept to life with a couple of real-world examples. These stories will show you just how effective the unexpected element can be in creating lasting impressions. Take Juan, for instance. Juan was on a first date, and like most people, he was a bit nervous. He wanted to make a good impression, but he didn't want to come off as trying too hard. Instead of sticking to the usual small talk, "What do you do?" or "Where are you from?" Juan decided to take a different approach. Midway through the conversation, he leaned in and said, "You know, there's something about you that just makes this whole place feel warmer. It's like you bring a light into the room." Now, that's not something you hear every day, right? His date was immediately intrigued. She blushed, smiled, and from that moment on, the conversation flowed effortlessly. Juan later said, "I never thought that something as simple as a compliment could change the entire vibe of the date. But it did. It was like flipping a switch. Suddenly, everything felt different, more connected." Then there's Pablo. Pablo was at a casual get-together with some friends. It was one of those gather when everyone was having a good time, but the conversation was starting to get a bit repetitive. Sensing this, Pablo decided to mix things up. Out of the blue, he asked the group, "If you could relive one day of your life, which day would it be and why?" The question caught everyone off guard. There was a moment of silence as people thought about it, and then suddenly, the room was buzzing with energy. People started sharing personal stories, reminiscing about meaningful moments, and the conversation took on a whole new depth. Pablo reflected on the experience, saying, "I never expected such a simple question to have that kind of impact." It was like we went from surface-level chit-chat to something real and meaningful in an instant. These stories highlight the magic of the unexpected element. Whether it's a well-timed compliment or a thought-provoking question, introducing something unexpected into a conversation completely transform the interaction, make interacting and memorable. So, how can you start using the unexpected element in your own life? It's all about preparation, observation, and authenticity. Let's break it down into actionable steps. 1. Prepare and visualize. The first step to mastering the unexpected element is preparation. Think about the social situations you'll be in and the people you might interact with. What kinds of things do they usually talk about? What's their general vibe? Once you have an idea, you can start thinking about how you might introduce an unexpected element into the conversation. Visualization is a powerful tool here. Close your eyes and imagine yourself in the situation. Picture the other person's reactions, the flow of the conversation, and how you might naturally introduce your surprise. This mental rehearsal can help you feel more confident and prepared when the time comes. 2. Observe and read the room. Once you're in the social setting, take a moment to observe. Pay attention to the people around you, their body language, their facial expressions, their tone of voice. This will give you clues about their mood and what they might be expecting. The more you observe, the better you'll be at finding the right moment to introduce your unexpected element. For example, if you notice that the conversation is starting to lag, that might be the perfect time to drop an intriguing question or make an unexpected comment. If you see someone looking a bit disengaged, you could surprise them with a genuine compliment that pulls them back into the conversation. 3. Timing is everything. Timing is crucial when it comes to using the unexpected element. You don't want to force it or blurt out something random at the wrong moment. Instead, wait for the right opportunity, a brief pause in the conversation, a moment of reflection, or when the energy in the room seems to be dipping. For example, during a lively discussion, you might suddenly ask, "What's something you've always wanted to do but haven't told anyone about?" Or during a quiet moment, you could share a surprising compliment like, "I've noticed that you have a really calming presence." It's like you bring a sense of peace wherever you go. These kinds of surprises work best when they feel natural and flow seamlessly with the conversation. 4. Keep it authentic. Perhaps the most important aspect of using the unexpected element is authenticity. It's not about being clever or manipulative, it's about being genuine. If your unexpected element feels forced or out of character, it won't have the desired effect. The key is to introduce something that feels true to you and aligns with the situation. For instance, if you're naturally curious, ask a question that reflects that curiosity. If you're someone who likes to make others feel good, give a compliment that comes from the heart. Authenticity not only makes the surprise more impactful, but also helps you connect with others on a deeper level. 5. Practice makes perfect. Like any skill, mastering the unexpected element takes practice. Don't be discouraged if it doesn't go perfectly the first time. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become with introducing surprises into your interactions. Start with small steps. Try using the unexpected element in low-stakes situations like casual conversations with friends or family. As you get more confident, you can start applying it in more significant social settings like dates, networking events, or even important meetings. Over time, you'll develop a natural instinct for when and how to introduce these unexpected moments. Alright, so you've successfully introduced the unexpected element and captured someone's attention. But how do you keep that connection going? How do you ensure that the initial spark doesn't fizzle out? 1. Consistency and attitude. The first step is consistency. Once you've made a great first impression, it's important to maintain that same positive, engaging attitude in all your interactions. Be genuine, kind, and open. Consistency helps to build trust and reinforces the connection you've established. For example, if you've made someone feel special with a unique compliment, continue to show that you value and appreciate them in future interactions. If you've intrigued someone with a thought-provoking question, follow up with more meaningful conversations. Consistency is what turns a single memorable interaction into a lasting relationship. 2. Practice active listening and empathy. Another key to sustaining connections is active listening. It's not enough to just talk. You need to truly listen to what the other person is saying. Show genuine interest in their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This isn't about waiting for your turn to speak, it's about being fully present in the moment. Empathy plays a crucial role here as well. When you show empathy by acknowledging the other person's emotions and experiences, you deepen the emotional connection. For example, if someone shares a challenge they're facing, don't just brush it off. Instead, offer support, understanding, and validation. This level of attention and care will strengthen the bond between you. 3. Continue applying the unexpected element. Finally, don't stop using the unexpected element just because you've made a great first impression. The beauty of this tool is that it can be applied consistently to keep your interactions fresh and engaging. Look for opportunities in your everyday life to surprise and delight those around you. It could be a kind gesture, a compliment, or a question that challenges their thinking. The more you use this technique, the more dynamic and interesting your relationships will become. For example, if you've been using the unexpected element in conversations, try applying it in other ways like leaving a handwritten note for someone, planning a surprise outing, or even just sending a random text to brighten their day. By keeping the element of surprise alive, you'll continue to build deeper and more meaningful connections. Now, I want to challenge you to put this into practice. Think about a social situation coming up in your life. Maybe it's a meeting at work, a date, or just a casual hangout with friends. But I want you to use the strategies we've discussed and introduce your own unexpected element into the conversation. Here's what I want you to do. Pick your moment, identify a social interaction where you'd like to make a memorable impression. It could be with a friend, a colleague, or even someone new. Use the unexpected element. Apply one of the techniques we've discussed: a surprising compliment, an intriguing question, or a thoughtful gesture. Pay attention to how the other person reacts and how it changes the dynamic of the conversation. Observe the impact, notice the shift in energy and engagement. Do you see a difference in the way the person responds to you? How does it make you feel? Reflect on the experience and what you learned from it. Share your story. Once you've tried it, come back here and share your experience in the comments. Now let us know what you did, how people reacted, and what you learned from the interaction. Your stories can inspire others and help build a community of people who are all striving to make more meaningful connections. So there you have it, the secret to making your interactions unforgettable. The unexpected element is a powerful tool that, when used strategically, can transform the way you connect with others. It's about breaking the mold, stepping outside the norm, and creating moments that are both surprising and meaningful. Now it's your turn. Go out there, try it for yourself, and see how this simple technique can change your social interactions for the better. I can't wait to hear your stories and experiences, so don't forget to share them in the comments. And remember, the key to mastering the unexpected element is to stay authentic, be observant, and keep practicing. The more you use it, the more natural it will become, and soon enough, you'll be the person everyone remembers long after the conversation has ended.